What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into the one-shot that is Punisher War Journal Brother. What the War Journals have been showing us isn't necessarily taking place in real time. Now that he is the leader of the Hand, he has been going around enacting his punishment upon all that deserve it, criminals and warlords alike. There has been nobody able to stop him, with the world recognizing that the Punisher is on the warpath. Forces are joining together, the bounty is going out, and the hunt for the Punisher is about to begin. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with a virtual meeting. The leaders of the criminal underworld, which in many ways means the world, they have come together to find a solution to a shared problem. That problem is Frank Castle. In a very unprecedented meeting, we have terrorists, we have mafia bosses, smugglers, mercenaries, gang leaders, even a corrupt government or two, and we have Miss January, the one who is probably going to make the most money out of this deal being struck. What she is proposing is that they stop these attacks from the Punisher, that all these organizations, they have to give her money. Many of them question, we have already thrown so much money at this problem, obviously money isn't stopping it. But Miss January, her plan is to throw money at everything. They are going to reward people for rumors, for tips, for photos. The better the intel, the bigger the reward. Anyone can contribute. Anyone can follow the hunt in real time on the dark web. Having the platform already ready and set up, it supports live streams, geotagging, fully automated location predictions, rewards issued through an anonymous cryptocurrency wallet, completely secure instant payments. They will make everybody, friend or foe, turn on the Punisher. They are going to use the world as their eyes. If everybody agrees, the total reward pool is just under $500 million. The one who kills the Punisher, they get whatever is left over once all is said and done. This is an absolute feeding frenzy. A first come, first serve. Everybody agrees. And so the search begins. In Madripoor, there was a sighting of Frank Castle 6 days ago. 4 days ago, he was seen in London. 28 hours ago, he was seen in Zagreb. Slowly but surely, the accounts are starting to come in. People are doing their best to bank off of all of this. By the third day, they were fairly confident that he was somewhere in Eastern Europe. The question isn't so much where is Frank Castle, but rather who in this region warrants a visit from the Punisher, whose cruelty invites the king of killers to their doorsteps. In this region, there is only one person that Frank Castle might be looking for. As Frank Castle lands his helicopter, a young boy gets a sighting of the Punisher, taking a photo with his phone, being uploaded instantly. Miss January and her organization, they have a second update on exactly where Frank Castle is. The boy being rewarded $500,000. They notify every single bounty hunter and let them know happy hunting. Now this is where we pick up with the Punisher's more or less war journal. Some inner dialogue on exactly why he is out here in the open. He is here for the Brodsky brothers. They took over the family business. They decided to end the decade-long feud with local law enforcement once and for all. Up to that point, it had been a very expensive and bloody affair. Bribes, arrests, the whole 9 yards. With the brothers not willing to uphold everything that their father had brokered for them. When the old man died, leaving the operation to his sons Freddie and Roar, the night before his funeral, they got to work. The next day, processions walking through the streets, grieving widows, grandchildren, the whole ballot, all while bodies of the uncooperative officers, they hung skin between the houses like drying laundry. As the Punisher makes his way through this market, people are slowly taking pictures of him, getting their rewards, giving updated time and location of where the Punisher is. People getting even more rewards if they are able to get pictures of what weapons weapons he is carrying. Now, ever since these brothers took over control of the operation and annexed local farm and expanded their operation to something much bigger, the truth is, everybody knows exactly what the brothers are doing and nobody is doing anything to stop them. Now, as the punter sits here and he observes this local farm, this is when he recognizes that somebody is taking a picture of him, going to try and chase them down. That is when a young boy comes up behind the Punisher with a gun, drawing it on the Punisher. The boy is unable to take the shots, grabbing the gun before the kid is able to do anything more. His mother walking over and saying, "Pull the trigger." But before he can figure out what is going on with this situation, this is where we see four armed men come running down the alleyway, opening fire on the Punisher, trying to protect the boy. He recognizes how quickly this has gone by, with a live stream update of exactly what is going on. Miss January is keeping tabs on everything, and the Punisher is working with all his effort to try and stay alive. This is exactly what he expected from Brodsky's men, but moreover, there are drones, technology targeting systems that he did not expect, even having apostle weapons. With a sniper off in the distance, the Punisher is being very careful on where he steps and how he moves, running out of human shields to hide behind. He goes to find exactly where this sniper might be, acknowledging this as a very impressive setup, killing the sniper, picking up her tablet. This is where he sees it. He sees the bounty, the reward, the live stream. He sees all of it. Even still, one by one, there is nobody that can stop the Punisher as a helicopter begins to move in, coming in from all directions. It is looking like the Punisher finds himself completely surrounded. Rockets coming in, explosions left and right. He is doing his best to get inside this facility. All hell is broken loose. There are no more allies. It is every man for themselves. Hydra assassins, Hood's men, Black Op groups that you have never even heard of, the best trained killers in the world, have all come to take the life of the Punisher. And while they hunt the Punisher, all of our mercenaries also kill each other, all killing each other for that reward. This is where we see a sniper getting taken out, the one to put a bullet in her head. It is none other than Jigsaw, his freaking self, accepting the bounty. He is out here hunting with all the other mercenaries, but he has every intention of being the one to kill Frank Castle. With Punisher inside the building, these walls are bulletproof, which means the people are gonna have to come inside to find the Punisher. The Brodsky brothers, they spared no expense at fortifying this position. For the Punisher, this is going to work out fantastically. Having Freddy, one of the brothers currently tied up, they are hand taping his hands to a 50 cal machine gun, with the Punisher letting Freddy know that there isn't justice in this world for him. After all the life, innocence, and joy that he has killed in the world, there will never be enough justice. But he lets Freddy know that 4 men are about to come through those doors wearing body cams. They are going to come directly for you, believing that you are the Punisher. You are going to die helpless and live stream to the dark web. You see, the Punisher set all of this up, bringing all of his enemies to one location. Any that might think that they are going to take down the Punisher, that they might be able to kill Frank Castle, having the forces of the Hand behind him. Frank Castle intentionally sends out the code to the warehouse. Not only is he taking Miss January's money, but he is also setting all of them up. As the mercenaries enter the code, they breach the building, going in guns drawn. That is when Freddy opens up with the 50 cal, bullets being sprayed in all directions. This is an absolute bloodbath. Are mercenaries able to take out Freddy? This is when they recognize that this is not the Punisher, and from the shadows, our sword-wielding Frank Castle, he comes out and he starts massacring. As all our mercenaries begin to pile in one by one, the Hand descends upon them. Many more than Frank Castle had expected, but not enough for them to worry. Frank Castle, he also sent some assassins to go take care of Miss January, with her being murdered in front of all the other leaders. They are quickly learning that they are out of their element, preparing the bunker buster bomb that is about to blow this whole place to Kingdom Come. There is an explosion that goes off early. That explosion caused by Billy Russo. Billy was really believing that it would just be satisfying if he could just see Frank Castle die. But like everybody else, he felt the temptation. A lot of money on the table, and if he is being honest with himself, he wants to be the one to kill Frank Castle. To finally be the one that brings down the Punisher. With Jigsaw going on and gloating for just a little bit of time, this gives the Punisher time to take stock. A broken rib, superficial cuts. He knows exactly the state that he is currently in, noticing that there is something going on with Billy, something in his eyes, something that makes him seem like he is very much off, more than usual. He appears to be on something for strength, courage, or maybe even pain relief. Whatever this is, it is making Billy very unpredictable. As Jigsaw goes on his huge monologue, the Punisher is able to get a club with nails into the head of Billy, but Billy, not moving, not budging for a moment, he continues going at Frank Castle, with the hands still fighting off mercenaries, grenades going off in the distance. These explosions cause a small distraction, with the Punisher looking like he might just lose here. Jigsaw slamming the Punisher's face into the ground. This is when the Punisher gets the upper hand. He takes his sword and he drives it right through the chest of Jigsaw, taking that sword and driving it through the neck of Jigsaw. Just like that, Billy Russo is taken off the board. 5 seconds later, the entire building erupts in flames. There is no light, there is no peace, no light flashing before the Punisher's eyes, just darkness. With all the bodies being collected, to include Billy Russo, they are all brought back to the Hand Complex. The High Slayer, aka the Punisher, being taken to the temple for healing. All the others are being taken down into the cellar. Not sure how they might serve the Punisher. They are gonna put their dead bodies to use. Being brought back to life, his broken body slowly beginning to heal. But with his mission being complete, there is only one thing he wants to do, and that is to go back to his wife, to have Maria rest in his arms, telling her that everything is fine, and Frank Castle goes to sleep. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I personally thoroughly enjoyed this one because Frank Castle knew the entire time that these organizations were coming together to get him. And so what he does is devise a plan to bring them all to one location, to bring in all his enemies and kill them all in one fell swoop. Now, it doesn't necessarily kill every single one of them, but this is sending a message out to the world. It doesn't matter how much resources you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many guys you have. If you come for Frank Castle, you will die. Everybody was outplayed, outmaneuvered. Billy Russo really being the only wild card. And even then, at the end of the day, he was no match for the Punisher. And that's one of the things I love about this series, is because Frank Castle, he is finally being able to do something that he has never truly been able to do. He has been able to bring down all of these organizations, having the resources of the Hand. Frank Castle, he can truly be the Punisher that he has never been able to be before. He is being able to bring justice, to bring punishment in a way that has been unprecedented within inside the Punisher comics. He has made himself a king, and now for the first time ever, he is taking these organizations on a whole other level. The only people that might be able to stop him is the Fist, is Daredevil and Elektra. But as we have seen, the Punisher, he is not very happy about being with the Hand. That if it was up to him, he would leave with his wife and never look back. But of course, they are holding Maria over his head. But if one thing has become very clear to all organizations across the globe, if you mess with Frank Castle, you will die. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with this new run of the Punisher, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is gonna get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.